Ooh, yeah. Ooh. I shine with beauty, grace, and charm. I attract the best with no alarm. My aura glows, my spirit bright. I am magic. I am the light. All right. It's gonna be time for me to redo these soon. What do you want to do? What do you want to do? Want to go back? That's fine. We can do that too. I like that. I made a really big decision yesterday. Well, I guess technically it was 2 days ago since it's 1 a.m. right now. And I'm in a very interesting space. It's not a space that I am unfamiliar with because I have taken leaps of faith in the past. But now that I am further along in my spiritual development, further along in my journey, and am much more equipped to handle um, the unknown and handle what can be perceived as stress at times. I am now really excited for what's to come because I know it's going to be all good things to come. My spiritual development has taken a deeper dive, and I said, it's 1 a.m. right now, and I feel my most closest to spirit in the middle of the night because the world is sleeping, or at least my immediate world is sleeping. So there's less noise, less static. Um, so I'm able to tune that frequency. It's like tuning a radio to a specific station. I'm able to hear a lot clearer. And I pray that everything, everyone, every opportunity that is meant to find me finds me swiftly and smoothly. And I pray that spirit takes me down the path of least resistance. Yeah, I don't even know what else to say. I'm just in it, and I'm being led and called to be more hush hush about the ins and outs of what I'm experiencing, but also to ugh, be more open to sharing the process because I know that it will provide clarity for someone. Um, because leaps of faith requires faith, but not just faith, but it requires belief that all is well and all will be well no matter what. No matter what I may experience, no matter what I may encounter, no matter what I may perceive to be a hardship or what I may perceive to be an obstacle, everything is everything happens for a reason, and everything happens exactly as it should happen for me and in my life and on my journey, because everything that I encounter and I experience is divinely guided, happens in perfect timing, divine timing. And even this morning, like I made my major decision uh, Monday night. And then I woke up this morning, the morning of Tuesday, and I went outside and I saw that I had a flat tire. I mean, busted, gone, completely needed to be replaced, which I already knew it was coming because I was told some time ago when I got an oil change that that tire was going, it's on its way out. But instead of panicking and taking that situation as confirmation that I made the wrong decision or confirmation that I'm not on the right path or that bad things are going to happen, I simply just handled it and went on with my life, went on with my day. It wasn't what I expected to see walking out of my house this morning, but I am being guided to hold the vision. I was pulling from one of my oracle decks, and one of the cards says, "Hold your vision." And what that says to me is, don't let perceived obstacles, perceived hardships, perceived, don't let these things make you feel like you are not on the right path. Because I am. I have been seeing rabbits every single night when I walk my dog. Every single night. I've come to expect it. Because now, and at first, I was looking for confirmation subconsciously and consciously because I was scared that I wasn't on the right path. But now that things have kind of flipped, now I'm like expecting that confirmation because I know I'm on the right path. And it is a very interesting and weird, and I say weird not in a bad way, but weird is just different, unfamiliar space to be in right now, because over the last few weeks, and we just went through this big eclipse um, that hit me directly because it was a Pisces Virgo eclipse, and I am a Virgo moon and a Virgo rising, so it hit me directly. And I have just been surrendering and being guided, and I could feel through over the last few weeks my reality changing, the frequency of my reality changing. Like everything around me physically is still the same, but it is different. It feels different. I walk outside and I look around at my apartment complex and I'm like, what is this place? Because it feels different. Um, and the last thing that was tethering me to the old reality, I finally let it go. I put the steps forward to let it go. And now I am walking fully towards this new reality, allowing it in instead of trying to run back to the old reality for safety. And the truth of the matter is, I am always safe. I am always stable. I am always secure. But I had to get to a point where I believed that. And I sat in that frequency more than I sat in the doubt. And don't get me wrong, the doubt is still present, but it is not as loud. And it's especially not as loud during these hours of the night. Um, which is why Spirit has been calling me to be more awake in the nighttime than in the daytime. Over the last few weeks, my whole routine and schedule and eating habits, appetite, all of that was just kind of flipped on its head in order for me to get to this point in my frequency so that I can ascend to a higher reality. And I have ascended. I have done the thing. I have set the ball in motion. And once it's been set in motion, the only thing that can stop it is myself. And I am choosing, because we always have choice in the matter, I choose to allow it to just go and see what happens and see what, see where things go, because I know that it's going to be great and I know it's going to be fun and cool and abundant. And I've been in this space before, back in 2020 when I dropped out of grad school with no backup plan, no job, no nothing, no source of income, living in California at that, where everything is expensive. And I've been showed time and time again that upon taking that leap, I will always, like the net will always just appear, And I think before I made this major decision that I made a couple of days ago, I had already planned to make the decision, but I planned on making it a lot later. But I realized that I was waiting for the net to appear before I jumped. And I realized that I just had to jump without the safety and security of the net already being there, and relax into my faith and into the knowing that it will appear. It always has. And the only difference between now and then, when the net appeared, is that I'm much more aware and much more able to kind of co-create with spirit and co-create my reality now. Because if the net appeared back when I wasn't aware aware of my creation power and aware of my being blessed and secure and loved, then it's no question that it's going to appear now. The only way that it won't is if I get in my own way. And I ain't going to do that. I already made that decision to not do that. So I'm excited for what's to come. I'm excited for who I'm going to meet on this journey. I'm excited for the opportunities that are going to find me on this journey. I'm excited to share more of the journey. And it's so dope how these full circle moments happen, because back when I dropped out of grad school and I was kind of navigating all of that, that's when I started saying, all I know is that I don't. And then I created this platform from that experience, got it tattooed on me and everything. And I created this platform from that experience. So I'm really excited to see what I create from this experience. And although I still feel some fear and some doubt, I'm just going to have to hold her hand, and that's when self-trust, that's when the trust comes in. That's when the trust in myself comes in. And I can talk to that version of myself, because that's an older version of myself living in a older reality that I'm moving out of. And it's not about letting go necessarily fully of that version of myself. It's about taking the lead. It's about allowing this version of myself to take the lead and speak life into that part of myself and be like, hey, I know you feel this, I know you feel that, but like we have proof of everything working out, everything always working out for us. We have proof. And being my own comfort, being my own uh, guidance in that, and making sure that I allow myself to not shun that part of me, because it's still me and it's still a part of me, but to love that part of me, nurture that part of me, especially when that part of me gets so loud that it starts to kind of want to take over. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So I am here. I don't know what's in front of me. All I know is that it's good shit, good things, it's abundant things. And, I'm taking the step before the ground appears. But one thing I've always known, whether I was aware of it or not, is that the ground always appears. And if you are someone who has been like contemplating on making a big leap, just know that the ground will appear. The ground will appear. You don't need to have the evidence before you take the leap. Sometimes people wait for the evidence and the evidence comes and then they take the leap, but that's not necessarily my path at this time. I am meant to just dive in and know and surrender to the flow of the river and allow the river to just take me where I'm supposed to go. So, yeah, I'm here. I'm grateful. I'm grateful to Spirit. I'm grateful to the all of the supporting energies around me, be it my ancestors, my spirit guides, the celestial bodies. I'm grateful to the eclipse energy. Everything is always so divinely timed in my life, because everything that I have experienced up until this very moment right now has been perfectly placed and perfectly timed for me to get here. I see the things that I'm supposed to see. I hear the things that I'm supposed to hear. I meet the people that I'm supposed to meet exactly when I'm supposed to, so that I could get to this moment right here. And it's going to keep happening just like that. And I'm going to continue to trust, and I'm going to continue to move in faith and surrender to the unknown. And see, the thing is, I've always said it's okay to be uncertain, and it is okay to be uncertain. But now it's like, it's okay to be uncertain with certainty. It's okay to be uncertain with certainty. Because although I don't know what lies ahead and I don't know what it'll look like, I know what it's going to feel like. I know that it's going to be good. I know that it's going to be abundant. And I know that it's going to bring me joy, happiness, and peace. And with that, I have nothing left to say. I started this video and I had no idea what I was going to say. But here we are 20 minutes in, and I have said the things. So, I will say it again. I pray that whoever is supposed to find me, whoever I'm meant to meet, connect with, collaborate with, the opportunities that I'm meant to experience, the things that I'm meant to experience, the places in which I'm meant to travel to. I pray that it all finds me. And I pray that I'm always in a space to receive it with open arms. And I pray that Spirit continues to take me down the path of least resistance. Ashe, Ashe, Asheo.